How are you? I hope you're well. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and be like, I need to strengthen my core. But I've realized that there's some normal ones that I've done a video on before. Um, you can go really high intensity, and if your core is not ready for it, it can hurt your lower back. There are some people who struggle to get on the floor, and it just doesn't feel very good to do that. So today I wanted to give you a different three different core exercises that you can do from a standing position. Kneeling makes it more challenging. You don't have to kneel. And all you need is a resistance band that's anchored to something that won't move. So I've anchored mine and weighed it down with some weights and a BOSU, but you can put a knot in your resistance band and put it in a door frame and shut the door. You can put your handle, if your bands have a handle, put it in a door frame, shut the door. You can anchor it to a really heavy table leg. Um, those are just a few suggestions of how you can anchor it because it needs to be anchored. You have to feel some resistance, all right? So let's strengthen your core from a standing position using a resistance band. Excited? Let's do it. First off, we're going to start with, by the way, the resistance band needs to be like a knee level or hip level. If it's too high, it will work. It just depends on where your grip is. So if play around with it, all right? If you need to lower it or raise it, you just don't want it to be eye level. It needs to be chest or lower for you to get the most work. And it also depends on your resistance band, like the length that you have in the band and its the resistance of it. So if it's a really like a thin therapy band, then you'll probably want to go lower in order to get more core work. If it's a very thick band, it doesn't need to be that low. So play with it and see where you're the best places to get the most resistance, all right? So we're going to start with, it'll be similar to a plank. So it's going to be working those intrinsic core stabilizers. What you're going to do is grab two hands, and you'll also can change the resistance on how short the band is or how long the band is. So I'm going to let you play with it and figure it out, but you want to be working deep into your core like if you were doing a plank. So slight bend in those knees, pull your shoulders down and back, pelvic tilt, squeeze those glutes so that you're nice and strong. Like pretend someone is tickling you and you don't want them to feel anything but strong, hard abs, right? And now all you're going to do is just take the band overhead. So now if you're, this is not going to be a shoulder workout. You will work some shoulder, but I want it to be more core. So if the more you go overhead, the more work you're going to get. If you have shoulder challenges, then keep your arms high or keep your arms tucked into your core, your sides rather, and then just pull and 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 shorten the resistance here, but stand nice and tall. Slight bend in those knees, abs engaged, squeeze those glutes, and you should be feeling some good core work. If you want to be overhead, just give yourself some more slack and take those hands overhead. We're going to hold here for another 10, 9, 8, keeping the weight in the middle of your foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to do that again. I'm going to show you a variation to make it a little bit more challenging. So if you want to kneel, and you can kneel, go ahead and do that because then that'll take your legs, half of your legs out of it. So it forces your core to work more. Okay, we're going to do that again. So you can either really go shorten the distance here where you're gripping, or if you want to go overhead, you can do that. So here we go. We're going to iso hold, squeeze those glutes, pelvic tilt, eyeballs looking at the wall in front of you. Pretend someone's tickling you. Good. Relax that neck. Shoulders down and back. You can even get some nice little rhomboid and trapezius work here. Here's 8, 7, 6. If you're just feeling shoulders, and grab here, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Because you want to work core, not shoulders. So if this is working too much shoulder overhead, then just grab here, nice and tall, and you'll get the core work, okay? We're going to do that one more time. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to do stretching or kneeling. Slight bend in those knees if you're standing. Pelvic tilt, nice and tall. Shoulders down and back. Here we go. So this is like doing a plank, but without planking. Doing good. Shoulders down and back. Keep those shoulders down. You don't want them rounding. Pull them down and back. That'll work your core too. So here's 10, 9, 8. Having fun yet? 6. Hopefully you're feeling your core. 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay. Good. So that worked deep core right in the middle. Now we're going to work different parts of the core, some oblique as well. Side, so you're standing to the side of your band. We're going to keep the band here at chest level to begin with. So the farther out your arms are, the harder it is. The closer your arms are to your body, the easier it is, okay? But all we're going to do, slight bend in your knees, pelvic tilt, shoulders back, squeeze those glutes, and we're just going to, I'll let you decide how much grip you want to do, but we're just going to do a tiny rotation. Okay, so you're going to be working some oblique, and if you pretend someone's tickling you, then you're also working some internal core here. So if you want to do a straight arm, you can. Works core more, but it also works shoulders. Maybe you want a shoulder workout. I just don't want it to be more shoulder and not enough core. Okay, so we're going to go here, belly button to that spine, and that's what's going to work your core. Having fun? Hey, core. Trying to not, we're not doing a lot of twisting through the knees. The twisting is coming from your core. Okay, so keep those hips facing forward. Here's 6, 5, 4, pretend someone's tickling you. 3, good. 2, and 1. All right. We're going to do slightly different before we switch sides. Oh, no, we're going to do that one more time. You can do it again from a standing, or if you want to add some challenge, take your legs out of it. We're going to go to a kneeling position. So I'll leave it up to you how close you want to grab to the anchor point. Squeeze those glutes, pelvic tilt, shoulders down and back. We're just going to twist. If you're able to kneel, this is going to way more core here. You're going to like, good. But there's not a lot of twisting through the hip. It's all coming from your core. So your glutes are going to work, and that's all right because your glutes help support your core. If you want to take those arms straight out and get a deeper work through your core, you can just pretend that someone's tickling you though, okay? Keep your core tight so that it's your core doing the work and not your shoulders, because we're not moving here, we're moving our torso. So here's 6, 5, belly button to spine, 4, 3, if it's too much shoulder, bring it back in, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Now, different one, same side, so still facing you. Knees slightly bent. What we're going to do is we're going to be taking it overhead. Knees slightly bent, pelvic tilt, shoulders down and back, figuring out which grip is going to work for you, but your arms are going to be not locked out, slight bend in your elbows, but the shoulders are not doing the work. So we're not here. We're twisting it. We're twisting our torso, okay? So our hips stay stationary and the motion comes from your core. But we're going to go up instead of across, a little different, okay? So here we go. Good. So you can do straight arm if you want to do keeping the hands at the chest. That's fine. So your knees aren't twisting, your legs are staying stationary. The closer your arms are to your body, the more work you're going to get. Hopefully you're feeling your core working. I hope. Let's do another 5. Belly button to spine. 5, 4, don't lose that pelvic tilt. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we get to do the other side. I'm going to move my chair. All right, hopefully your shoulders are doing fine, and hopefully you're starting to feel your core a little bit. I hope, right? Yeah, maybe. Slight bend in those knees, feet underneath your hips, pelvic tilt, belly button to spine. We're going to start with the chest level pull. Okay, so you can tuck those arms in, shoulders down and back. Here we go. Just a little rotation through the torso. Belly button, so you're pretending someone is tickling you. You're going to get some good oblique work, but also hopefully feel some good deep core as well. Hopefully your shoulders are doing fine. Yeah. So pretend somebody is tickling you. Keep that pelvic tilt, shoulders down and back. Good, good. Here's 5, 4, 3. Really tighten up that core. 2, and 1. Oh, I forgot to show you. Could have done a straight arm. You can do that on the next one. We're going to a kneeling position, or you can stay in that standing position. We're going to do that same thing, but from a kneeling position. And if you wanted to add the variation of the straight arms, you can. So if you're kneeling and if you're standing, squeeze those glutes. Standing, knees slightly bent, shoulders down and back. If you want to do the straight arm, straight across your chest, you can. Here we go. So the rotation comes from your torso. Pretend someone is tickling you. Doing good. Belly button to spine. So much to remember. If your shoulders are starting to get tired, so the torso is doing the rotation, not your shoulders. Even though it looks like your shoulders are rotating, your shoulders aren't doing the work. It's your torso. If your shoulders getting tired, you can bring that in and keep it here. Okay. So here's 6. Belly button to spine. 5. Woo. 4, 3. Almost there. 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Going back to the one where you're going up instead of across. So knees slightly bent, shoulders over hips, pelvic tilt. Okay, pretend someone's tickling you. And now we're going to go, you can either keep it here and go up, like those elbows close to your torso, or you can do that straight arm up. It's up to you. Okay. All right. Here we go. And you want it to be enough of a resistance that you're feeling your core working. Good. So we're going up now. It works the core differently. Pretend someone is like, you want that core to be so tight, and that's how the work is going to happen if you're tightening your core. Okay? If your core is all it's just hanging out, then you're not going to feel any work at all. And it might actually be in your lower back. So tightening up your glutes, your core is what's going to work your core without lower back pain. If you need to bring it in because your shoulders are tired, that's fine. We have 6, almost done. 5, 4, oh boy. 3, 2, good job, almost done. And 1. Good. Okay, so hopefully you felt some core working. Let me know if you did or if you didn't. Do a quick stretch for your shoulders in case they got a little bit of fatigue. Other side. Great job showing up for your health today. I want to know if this helped you or not, okay? I need your feedback. I'm doing these for you. So please let me know. Either in the Facebook group, Recover Strong with Fitness, or just in the comments below. Okay, I guess I will see you, not I guess, I know I will see you on the next video. Have a great day.